G'day, welcome to my YouTube channel on shaving and grooming. If you like these videos, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. It will help me out a lot. Thank you. So today I'm going to be doing a shave with this razor. It is a 1965 Gillette Super Speed and it's a K4. So this one is an excellent example. It's in absolutely terrific condition. I'm not sure if the camera can pick that up. I was quite fortunate to snag this for a bargain. Now these razors are extremely cheap relative to new, more expensive razors. And we're going to see how this one shaves today. Okay, so it has this beautiful check knurling. It weighs 2 ounces, or I think 54 to 55 grams, and it's twist to open. So you twist the base of it and the butterfly mechanism opens it up, just like that. Many of you gents that are out there collect these razors, and for good reason. They're no longer being produced and they're becoming a bit of a collector's item. Although you can snag these up for a bargain. I know many guys buy these razors for a few dollars in garage sales. And they also replate them, and you know, there's aristocrats, there's fat boys, there's slim, and these razors built the Gillette company, and in fact nearly bankrupted Gillette because they're so good. Gillette would say, give them the razors and sell them the blades. Unfortunately for Gillette, there were a lot of other blade manufacturers that came in, and literally the company could no longer turn a profit. And so these razors are handed down from generation to generation, from father to son, grandfather, and so you could be shaving with one of these. Now this is much older than I am. Well, not much older, but considerably older. I think it has more than 10 years on me. And it's still kicking around, and just look at that. That is a real beauty for me. And so to own these old vintage Gillettes is a form of nostalgia, which I love, and I love collecting old things. Very unlike my generation and the generations after me. I enjoy collecting, I enjoy woodworking, I enjoy cooking, I enjoy things where, you know, I'm physical. So for me, it's a great privilege to be able to own things that are from yesteryear, especially things that are in this good condition. So I'm going to be using the Personna that I've only put half a shave on, and I'm just going to be dropping that blade in, and we're going to be closing it up. We check for the blade reveal, and it's spectacular. Look at that. That's just a real beauty. And also I'm going to be using this Dr. Harris Windsor shaving cream that I purchased. Now everything I've purchased, so I'm not being paid, and this is completely unbiased. So this is the first time that I'm using any Dr. Harris products. They're exceedingly hard to find in Australia. So, you know, when I do an order, I do a larger order from the United States. Now this is a scent strength. It's quite low. I would put it around a 4, and it smells of. It's a very traditional wintry smell. It's a very mild form of Apsley and from Truefit and Hill. It's a milder version of that. And Eucharist from GOF Trumper. And it's a beautiful smell. This Windsor is, it's not my favorite type of scent, but it's kind of like sandalwood, cedar, and it definitely is a kind of crope. This one is much firmer than what I had imagined it would be. And it's meant to be a cream, but it's much more of a crope than a cream. It's just very solid. So yeah, and I'm going to be using the Moka synthetic brush by Yaqi. This is my favorite brush. I'm going to be starting to use other brushes, but I just really like this one. So I go for what I enjoy. So I'm going to wet the face, and I'm going to do the lather. And I'm going to be back, and I'll tell you a bit more about the scent. So I've wet my face, and I'm starting to do the lather, and I felt it necessary to start the video again. Now the smell, it's as I've added water, certain soaps and cream, they don't smell, sometimes they don't smell that strong in the container. And as soon as you add water, it opens it up. It's a bit like a whiskey or a rum or some fine alcohol beverage. If you ever have the privilege of enjoying like a single malt scotch that's say something above 15 years, and you drink that straight, it's always good to drink that at room temperature and just add a few drops of water and allow that to allow the volatiles to mix with the water in a nice cup. And what happens is that the aromas begin to unlock and release. And on some of these more expensive soaps where they're using more expensive ingredients, I do find that these traditional scents do smell differently. Some soaps and creams smell really strong in the container, and then when you add a few drops of when you start mixing it, the the smell dissipates. It's like an inexpensive blended scotch. You add a few drops of water into it, you mix it up, and rather than opening it up, it falls apart, the taste. So this is why sometimes these scents, and this scent definitely opens up. It's very woody. It's far more woody than I imagine. Yeah, wow. To me this smells on a kind of rainy, windy English cold weather day. A man dressed in a suit with a nice overcoat. This is the type of scent that this is evocative of, and it smells good. Let's check the slickness. Yeah, it's nice. So let's start lathering up. Now yesterday I did the razor blade sharpness test to see whether my perception of a 3-day old razor, whether it starts to diminish in sharpness. And what I didn't say in that video was that I was using it. I chose a mild razor for that because that's where it's first detectable. And another thing that I do to make the blade last longer is you can take the blade and move it. If you have an adjustable, like say something like the Progress or something like the Rockwell, you can actually put it to a more aggressive plate and it will continue cutting because obviously you have more exposure relative to pressure that you're using. So I've cut myself today. My wife bumped me when I was preparing breakfast and cutting an avocado. My elbow got nudged and so my little pinky is covered in a band-aid. So let's try the Gillette Super Speed. It's knocking back the hair. Let's have a feel. It's a wonderful mild shave. It's beautiful. There's a reason why Gillette is such a big company. The backbone of Gillette is really built on razors like this. And my recommendation, if you really want, is rather than buy a new razor, buy an old Gillette. I reckon these older Gillettes are the razors that most gents should start on. That's my view. I can tell you that this cream has a luxurious feel to it and a luxurious wintry masculine scent. So definitely woodsy, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah. It's got good lubrication, but I'm going to be a bit controversial and say that that palm olive, the $2 palm olive shaving lather, has a slightly better performance, but this is excellent for the scent and for the quality, and it has a more luxurious sensation on the face. I'm stopping at half because I've done so many shave offs. It's been a while since I've used this. Wonderful. Wonderful. Now this would be about a 4, maybe a 5, probably about a 5 out of 10 in terms of aggressiveness. Yeah, so it's a 4 to 5. Sorry about that drilling. I'll just pause and lather up and hopefully that drilling will stop. Okay, I'm back. I've just lathered up. And that scent from the Windsor is really coming through. And already I have, I would say, a close, comfortable shave plus after 2 passes. We're into darn good shave territory, which is fantastic. So this can give a terrific shave. And yeah, like I said, this is about, for me, this would be about a 5 out of 10, but its efficiency is really, really, really good for what it is. Oh no. I'm so sorry about the noise. Living in apartments, huh? Wow. Darn good shave. That is That noise. I'm trying to do this and look in the mirror. It's funny, this grows up. Okay, that is a darn good shave. Hot and then cold water. Let's pat that dry. Gillette Super Speed. Wonderful, wonderful razor. The blood that's coming from my finger actually made its way onto my shirt. Massive amount of dirt. Tea tree and witch hazel. Next, I'm going to be using the Hyaluronic, which I've spoke about many times in my other videos, as a moisturiser. And then just a generic balm, the Prorasso green tea and oat, which is excellent. And because that is such a masculine smell, I'm going to be pairing this with the Debonaire Good Life, which is a rare perfume. It's discontinued. And it's gorgeous. It's citrusy, it's got leather and tobacco and whiskey, as well as being fresh and kind of earthy, like pine needles, and it's wonderful. And just one spray of that. Fantastic. I'm really, really happy. So, I love the old Gillettes. They're great to collect. I don't like to put too many shaves on things that I love. It's something for me that's once in a while, if they're part of my collection, that I'll take out and I'll use. So this is, for me, although this is really inexpensive, I think you can pick them up for like probably about $30 US, which is around 45 Australian dollars. They're very, very inexpensive. You know, I think the Muley and the Edwin Jaggers are probably slightly more expensive if you were to buy them new. So this is a prime example that you can pick up really cheaply on eBay. They made these by the millions and they're worth every penny. Thank you for watching, and if you like my videos, please consider liking and subscribing. Cheers.